Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Island Church Weekly Podcast. This one coming to you as a standalone from the Beacon, not part of the Beacon this week, kind of your,
Yep.
your own email, your own video on it. So you can feel extra special. Pastor Will, speaking of extra special, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Good to
Yeah,
good to see you. I know
you too.
you had a little storm recovery yourself, but
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. It's the joys of living in the Tampa Bay, St. Pete area is we get those every now and then. You just kind of got to deal with it, but just glad
uh,
it's not earthquakes, man.
well,
Glad
the
it's not
idea is to keep the
earthquakes.
water on the outside, not on the inside. So
Yeah, well, I'm working on that, but I'm gonna have to talk to our our contractor about that. Oh man, well, we're gonna be okay. That's what
that's
matters.
right.
Hopefully, everyone out there is as well. Praying for everyone who went through the storm,
Mm.
especially those folks kind of on the island. I know you guys get hit a little harder than maybe the rest since you're kind of the front line of it. So prayers for everyone. Make sure everyone's recovering well. Pastor Will, how was Sunday at the church? So,
Oh, another good week, Matt. We gathered
yeah,
up at 9:30, and people gathered in. Just have again a chance to connect. That's always gone well, and have some little refreshments and some time together. And then 10 o'clock, we finished up a series 4 weeks on making choices, or this week was on making good choices. And so we've that was just a really fun series to do. And we just got remarkable, good feedback
yeah,
from people. And, God's involved in he has his part and we do our part. I try to prepare, and then our people have to be
yeah,
receptive. And it seems like all that was working together the last several
awesome.
weeks. And so,
Yeah,
so that was really good. A good service around the idea of making choices. We make so many of them every single day. So the last thing we need to do is make bad choices, and what we
yeah,
want to do is
yeah,
make more good choices. So if we
yep,
can, so that was
absolutely,
really good. And then on
very cool.
Wednesday we had last week we had a meetup again on Wednesday nights, and so
Hmm.
that was just as recently this week. And we talked about the importance of bridging people to the church and bridging people to other Christians and ultimately bridging people to Christ. And it's just
Yeah,
interesting in our campaign for our new building addition is
bridge the
bridging the
future.
future.
Yep.
So that was really good. And people shared it. And of course, Sandy always has this big fun. If you just need a laugh,
It's a place to be.
we're about to finish the Wednesday night.
Yeah,
I mean, we have such a good time.
good.
And Sandy gets us kicked off with some fun activities just to help us get to know each other. And they're not
Yeah,
stale and stuffy. We're hooting and hollering and laughing and telling stories. So it's really good. So it's really
very
good.
cool.
Good
Very cool.
Sunday, good Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah,
And
good week.
so looking forward to what's next. So,
Awesome. Yeah, speaking of what's next, kind of a big event coming in a few days. Tell
well,
us a little bit
yes,
more about
actually
that.
tomorrow, like one
Tomorrow, yeah, I
day.
was gonna say not even a
You
few
lost
days
a
now. Usually,
you lost a
we
few
lost
days
some days.
this week.
Yeah. But coming up tomorrow. So tell us a little bit more about Back to School Bash. Where are we on things? What should people be excited for?
Well, we're just going to have quite a number of guests from the island and the surrounding areas, and we would just encourage our people to come and to engage people. If you don't have a T-shirt yet, connect with Stacy. We'd love to see you in an Island
Grab one.
Time T-shirt that has a phenomenal
Yeah,
designer. You know that guy.
it's fun. Yeah,
That's right. Matt helped design those. And
yeah,
just get out and engage people. If you've already got an assignment, we're certainly grateful for those that have committed to volunteer, whether it's restoration
yeah,
or helping with games or something, some other area, something with food or there's
yeah,
bounce house. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
yeah,
And so if you've done that, that's really good. But if you haven't, then wear your T-shirt, come on. And if you somehow don't T-shirt and can't get connected with Stacy, and then just come
yeah,
anyway and greet people. And we're
yeah.
gonna have a lot of people that are around there. And we got security with the sheriff's department coming, and then of course our own crew there as well. We'll be trying to monitor and helping to make sure that the kids are safe and they're having fun. We want to do both things, and then we want to connect with parents. So
Yeah.
that's a big part of what we're trying to do because in reality is it's really hard to raise children these days, and we
Yeah.
also know that children, if a person doesn't trust Christ by their grade school years, their early teen years, it just gets increasingly less likely that they ever will. And so we
Yeah.
just got to steward this area well. And so it's a big day. It's going to be big fun. Always be unexpected things. Kids, when you have kids together, right?
Yep.
You know
It's
that
gonna
you know
get
something
crazy.
about that, Matt.
Yep. If you got a bunch of kids in one place, it's gonna get crazy. That's for sure.
That's right. That's right. So
That's a
it's
good
it's gonna
time.
be it's gonna be a good day. So wear your
Be a
shirt, and I
blast.
would encourage you to toward a couple things. Um, when you engage with people, you want to make sure that you're talking with them and trying to inquire about them,
Yeah.
And then you can make an invitation that they would come and check out our service,
Yeah.
particularly at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings. If they ask particular questions, you can tell them we have life groups. If they need information, they can go to our website or they can call the office, one of the two. We'll be happy to try to answer any questions. But you also can mention to them that we're in the process of building a facility that will address the needs of the entire island and around. But it's primarily a primary benefit will be to the children and to their parents, which is who we'll be engaging with tomorrow. And so don't be afraid to communicate that. The plans are in the works. We've got the early plans, and now we're waiting on the architecture plans. And we're beginning to talk with contractors and stuff already. So that's going to be a big addition. Love to be able to tell them maybe ready by next year this time. Maybe a little bit short.
May stretch.
Just a couple.
That may be
months.
a God-sized goal, right?
We expect just a couple months after this, but about another 14 months, probably 12 or 14 months. We want to err and make sure that we don't overpromise that. But just engage. The important thing is to engage with the people that are there, that are coming.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's always my invitation to our folks is like, if you see someone you don't know, be the one to initiate, right? Don't wait for them saying, well, if they have a question, they'll ask me. It's like, no, like our job is to think of like someone coming to your home and you're hosting, right? Like they're coming to us. So they've already taken that first step. So it's our job then to meet them kind of where they are and say, hey, I haven't met you before. Would love to kind of get to know you a little bit. Like love to hear more about you. How'd you hear about the event? Lots of ways just to kind of have those conversations, but take the initiative. If you see someone you don't know, go say hey to them, invite them to church, invite them to be part of what's going on. And maybe even really easy invite is for tomorrow, I guess it's 2 days from now, but tomorrow it will be tomorrow. For a new series we're kicking off. So Pastor Will, you want to just give us a little overview of what that's going to be?
Yes, we're going to a series that's kind of geared toward the family. And so we're calling the All In Family. And you'll see some signage on that on Saturday at the Back to School Bash, and some cards available on that. Just make that invitation. But we're going to be talking about the next several weeks, the importance of family relationships, and then how do you have that family be all in with each other, and ideally have that family be all in for Christ. That's where we'd love to see people get to. And so I'm going to begin that series this coming Sunday. So I'll be transitioning on that. So make an invitation. You got a special, it'll be some words, particularly from the pulpit, that will try to address the needs of family, but it's not exclusively towards family, because I think these points work in any given situation or context. And so, but we're starting that this week. So.
Awesome. Well, Pastor Will, how can folks be praying for the church this week?
Well, one pause things, tell the people kind of where we are. We don't know how many are going to show up. It may be half this number. But in terms of just registering, not just kids, but the entire family. So these are just indicators, but tell us what the number is.
Yeah. So last I heard, we're right around 500. So that is a lot of people.
I heard since you. I've heard.
You've heard since me. So you give the most updated number. Yeah.
600.
What's the most updated? 600 people registered. That's incredible. And so, what is that? Talk to us about how we can be praying for that.
No, that's a good thing. We want to pray for safety. The big thing is we think about the cabin, the kids that are there crossing the streets, and we don't know what's going to be parking wise and all those kinds of things. Obviously, 600 people aren't going to show up at once, and there may be only a half of that actually come. But between that 5:30 and 7:30, but we want to pray for safety, pray for the children in the surrounding areas, and pray for their parents. Again, it's a tough time to be a parent and raise kids in what's going on in the culture today. And then pray for our volunteers. We're so thankful to Stacy and particularly the team of people that have come around her and our church to rally towards this. There's some people that put in a good bit of time to make this happen. But if you want to volunteer, then just step right in and give us a call, or just see Stacy tomorrow when you're there and say, hey, I'm here to help. But then they can pray for not just the volunteers, but pray for the connections with the parents and the children, because that's the most important kind of thing. We want them to have fun, want them to be safe, want them to have fun, and then we want to connect with them. That's the big thing. And then again, trying to help them connect with Christ. That's why we're doing this. So
absolutely. Well, that's a great way. Great way to be praying. I'm praying that any rain or anything like that holds off, right? Anytime you're doing an outdoor event, hey, just let's keep that rain away, keep the thunderstorms away, make it a fun time for everyone. And Pastor Will, any last kind of comments or words for today for us?
I'm just grateful. I love being the pastor of Island Church, and we are trying to be authentic in our faith and really
Yeah,
experience real life in Christ.
yeah,
And I think that's a need of every person that exists, and
yeah,
particularly in our mission
absolutely.
field, the island. And we get a chance and opportunity tomorrow to be the hands and feet of Jesus, to connect with people, and hopefully help them ultimately get connected with Christ. And that's our real hope, and
Absolutely.
that's our prayer.
Well, we are grateful for you leading our church, Pastor Will, the way that you do, leading us towards Jesus, leading us towards that real life, and just being a model of that. So grateful for you. Grateful for all those watching today
Hmm.
or tomorrow or whenever you're watching this. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you all right here back next week on the Island Church Weekly Podcast.